Oh, the JBs are B. And you are, what is the thing we say from iRobot, Eugene?
Jacked in.
You're jacked in. I was gonna say locked in. That's wrong. You're jacked in to Buffy's Angels. I'm Daniel Ehrenberg. That's Logan Adair. And today we're covering some classic episodes, one from each show. Orpheus on the Angel side, and Lies my parents told me on the Buffy side. These episodes coincided with the invasion of Iraq
Oh no.
by the United States forces.
So a good distraction,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, so here's what happened. Lies my parents told me was supposed to air March 18th, 2003. All right. Then the WB, they didn't want to interrupt it with news, so they postponed it.
Hmm.
Okay. They postponed it a week. Now, the next night, Orpheus airs, and oh, that was UPN. Sorry, UPN postponed it. But WB at this point does not give a shit about Angel at all. So they
Right.
just go ahead and air it. All right. And then with about 5 minutes left in the episode, they cut into it with news that the invasion in Iraq had started. All right.
Wow.
I'm sitting there, you know, I'm 16 years old. I have a bad temper. I'm pissed. I do not care about this invasion at all. I just
Where's
want to.
Angel?
What? Why can't I watch the last 5 fucking minutes of Angel? So then on Sunday night they showed a rerun of the episode of Angel, and I watched the whole thing just for the last 5 minutes.
Okay, how did it play a second time?
Fine.
They probably
Uh,
weren't count like this would be fine, but they weren't counting on the episodes actually connecting,
yeah,
right? Like this doesn't
it
happen
was the
often.
worst possible time for it.
It's the one time in seasons I feel like that they've actually connected.
Well,
Well,
they've
there was
had
the
an
one Willow
embargo.
thing. What was the other
Yeah.
Willow thing where she was like back on the couch, or they came into the hotel and she was there? I forget. One episode ends where like
Oh, that's the end of season two. Okay, so that's the last episode that aired of Buffy that aired on WB. So
hmm,
since that point, they've had an embargo on crossovers.
okay,
But now Buffy's ending. They asked for permission to do this. They said, "Fine, just don't put Buffy on Angel. Fuck that."
okay, fair
Um,
enough.
so they were able to use Willow. Um,
Well, the Wesley actor preferred that, right?
oh yeah,
That
he
was probably
said
the
it was
best day
just,
of his life.
he did. He said it was great. He just wanted to like go over and hug his lady all day.
It was like him on one end of the set and then Fred on the other end of the set. He was just going back and forth between his work wife and his real wife. I guess they're
That's
not
funny.
married, not a real work wife, but sort of.
Yeah,
And I like that she was into Fred. She was like, "What's Fred's deal?" Because she's gay. No.
I know. But then at the end, she was like, "I'm seeing somebody."
Mm.
Yeah,
He seemed like he was into Willow. Like he saw something with Willow a little bit.
yeah. I think they put that in just for the actors.
Maybe, maybe. I thought also for the gay bit too, like because he was like,
Oh,
"Oh, maybe
that's
this could
true.
happen," but then she's also gay
What's
now.
changed?
But
Yeah.
oh, nothing much, you know.
Mm. And I like their interaction about he's been to a dark place, and she's like, I flayed a man and tried
Yeah,
to fucking
I think
destroy the
she's done
world.
darker stuff than him.
Well, yeah, that's what he's saying. I kept a woman in a closet. It doesn't compare.
That's pretty
Um,
rough too, though.
yeah, I don't know.
Who was
So
it that he kept? Was it somebody's mom?
no, it was Justine Holtz's lady.
Oh, right, right.
Mhm.
Whatever happened to her?
Uh, we've seen the last of her.
She just left town.
Yeah, yeah. He told her, you like, get the fuck out of here, and she did.
Okay, all right. I'm glad she lived.
Yeah. Now, all right, let's talk about it. So March 19th, the invasion of Iraq. A lot happened this day. You know what else happened?
What?
Shauna was voted out of Survivor the
Oh
Amazon.
no!
Yeah.
What a horrible day. We're talking about on the show or when they
Yeah.
filmed it.
No, on the show.
Okay, I guess we don't know when they filmed it.
The number one song in America is "In the Club" by 50 Cent, the creator of the 50 Cent Candy Shop Bar and Lounge.
Of course.
And the number one movie in America for the second week in a row, Bringing Down the House. What a hit.
Are there multiple candy shop? Is that like
I have no
a
idea. I'm
franchised
only
thing?
aware of the one.
Let us know, guy, if you're out there and you know of another one.
If
I'd
you
love to
know
know.
of other candy shop bars and lounges not in the Las Vegas Planet Hollywood Casino, then keep us posted on that.
Yeah. Sure, I could
Thank
just
you.
Google that,
Yeah,
but I
probably.
won't.
All right. Debuting at number two, Agent Cody Banks,
Oh, fun.
which we could cover on the podcast.
Right.
At number three, The Hunted. That's a William Friedkin film with Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro. It's sort of like First Blood, but like boring.
Fair enough.
um, and tanking, debuting at number eight, Willard, one of my
Oh
favorite movies.
no.
Yeah, yeah. And on the indie charts, you had Bend It Like Beckham come out this week, and also Spun, which was a drug movie with Brittany Murphy and Jason Schwartzman, a bunch of other people. All right. What a week. Let's talk about it. Allison Hannigan, very busy this week because she was filming Buffy, Angel, and filming had started on American Wedding.
Wow, that
That
is
was
crazy.
all going on at the same time. Luckily, they were all in California, so she was just like shuttling back and forth between sets.
Yeah.
But probably the busiest week of her career.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe. That's fun.
yeah. All right. This episode written by Mayor Smith and directed by Terrence O'Hara.
Mirror's been
And
doing a lot recently.
oh yeah.
Like every week you mentioned Mirror.
Well, I think she was like, Jeffrey Bell is the showrunner now, and I'm pretty sure like they were in a relationship.
Oh wow, okay.
So that she might have been fucking her way to the top.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. All right. Let's get into Orpheus. Let's hear your thoughts.
Okay, I love the IMDb, by the way. This isn't always the case, but the last few episodes, or maybe just this episode, David Boreanaz credited as Angelus and Angel. I feel like that's not
Mm-hmm.
always the case, but
Accurate.
he's getting to do both of them in this episode.
He really did. Like he has conversations with himself in this episode.
Yeah, it's
He
cool.
has a whole fight scene with himself.
Probably the MVP, David. Uh, by the way, I see somebody in the cast here, Nate Dushku.
Yep. This is the fella who
The robber.
robbed. Yeah, he robbed that. What was it? In a diner.
It was like that. I don't know that guy.
Yeah, he shot
Diner,
like
yeah.
a diner guy, and then Angel fed off him.
But who is he?
And he's Eliza Dushku's brother, Nate.
Brother. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. She got him a little gig on this.
Well, that's cool. Way to go, Nate. Uh, what are we on? Angel? Is that where we start?
Yes.
All right. Well, it ended. Remember where Angel bit Faith? We were like, what's going to happen? Is she going to be a vampire now? Turns out, no. She injected herself with this thing called Orpheus. That's what
That's
the
right.
title is. All right. And so now she's dying and Angel's dying. It's bad. It's not Angel, it's Angelus. I'm sorry. And we talk about what are we going to do? We bring in Willow. Willow shows up. Fred called her because she's the only person who's ever re-ensouled Angel,
True.
obviously. So we got to get her involved. And I love what she says to Connor. You must be Angel's handsome yet androgynous son.
That's true.
I thought that was
I
very funny.
I also really like when they're talking about her re-insouling Angel. Like they're like, "You sure you're gonna be able to do it?" And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
"It's the first spell I ever learned."
Oh, is
Not
that
like
true?
they forget that. And I was like, "Oh, that's right. That like began her journey to be a witch."
Wow. I'm glad they said that. And I'm glad
Hmm.
you're here to remind me because I missed it.
Don't you
Uh,
remember? Because like she found that disc that Miss Calendar had lost before she died with like the plans to re-insoul Angel,
yeah.
and then she like had to figure it out on her own.
Great call.
Mhm.
I forgot that was the first time. And we talk about Willow's gay now. She's like, oh, few differences, whatever. Cordelia, crazy scene where Cordelia has a knife under the blanket. I like that. That was pretty cool.
I don't love that scene.
Well, I don't love
It's
that
what
Cordelia is
what is
bad now.
but what is she gonna do? Stab Willow?
I think so. She was like, "Give me that water. Can you give me my drink?" And then when
But
she hands it to
what's
her,
everybody
she's doing
else
that.
gonna say? Like, wait, Willow's she's stabbed now in Cordelia's room. What happened there?
I think Cordelia would scream and be like, "Oh my god, I just found Willow." She would just
Oh,
make it seem like she didn't. She
I
stumbled
guess
upon
you're
it.
right. All right.
Obviously, she's evil. And we, she like walks out of the room, and then she throws the knife at the wall. I thought that was the craziest part because she
Yeah.
can't. Can she get up out of bed? Oh, I guess
I
so.
mean,
She
yeah,
walks down.
she walks downstairs at the end.
You're right. You're right. But in that moment, I was like, she's bedridden, and they're going to walk in and find a sword in the wall and be like, "What the heck is this, Cordelia?"
That
And she's like, "Oh yeah, sorry."
was
Uh,
target practice,
yeah. How do
I'm
you
bored
explain
up
that?
here.
Yeah. We go to the 1920s. What was this? Like a purgatory type? We're like half dead, half alive.
First we go to Ellis Island.
Okay. Yeah. Angel arrives, sort of like the
Hmm.
brutalist.
Yeah, which I
He
watched
sees,
last
he
night.
sees the upside down Statue of
Hmm.
Liberty. That was what I was talking about, like the image of the year. That's probably the image of the year.
Yeah.
Um, and it's very fun. He saves a puppy from the street. He's like a good guy.
Yeah. Well, that was in the 20s. So yeah, we come forward to the 20s. Faith is there, and like Faith and Angelus are like watching highlights of Angel's life.
Right. Including when she sees her brother die. Or no, he kills a guy. He doesn't die. He shoots a
Right,
guy and he
right.
dies.
The lady in the 20s, I thought was kind of a bad actor. The one whose dog gets saved.
Okay.
And then I looked her up, and she's like got this crazy IMDb page, which is like she's like, I've had an active fan base and uh fan club since the year 2000, and my
Where's she?
website.
Adrian
I don't,
Wilkinson?
yeah, yeah, she's not even credited, but like she's really like talking herself up on her IMDb page. She claims she has a legion of fans.
All right. Well, who are we to deny that? You have a legion of fans. She doesn't know
That's
about
true.
that.
Good point.
All right. So, Adrian, there you go. We Willow, Cordelia does like the Beastmaster voice to try to make Cordelia or Willow not do the spell,
Angelus.
but she's like, Willow, I'm coming
Yeah.
after you. And then she like, there's a part where Connor comes in and she beats up Connor. What was that? She like hit him over the head with a like a lamp.
Yeah, she pretended she was scared and shit, but I think she was just trying to like slow him down and stuff. Is this when the head pops up?
What's the head?
There's like a big floating head.
Like the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, to like scare them from doing the spell.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Sounds
like
like I should
Cordelia
remember that.
manifests it. Yeah, you probably should.
I don't know. I've never seen such a heel turn though. Like this is so weird to me.
Cordelia?
Yeah. Suddenly she's just the villain of the show.
It's all gonna be explained.
I don't like it. But she tells Connor, you have to kill Angelus. That's the best thing that can happen because he's bad and you have to save the family. I'm going to have a baby. Protect us, Connor. We're back in purgatory. Now we're like eating a rat. And then Angel starts to fight himself.
Right. He's when we first the first flashback we ever get of Angel is Angel in 1996 in Manhattan, and he's homeless and eating rats. And then like we've seen other flashbacks of him like in Are You Now or Have You Ever Been, where he's just like a normal looking dude in the hotel
Mm-hmm.
in the 50s. And it's like, how did we get to this point? Now we learn. In the 70s, he fed off of that diner guy, and it was the first human blood he'd had in decades. And he was so mad at himself that he just like punished himself by like living on the streets at that point. So he's now been homeless since the 70s, I guess. And uh Whistler finds him and brings him to
Mm.
Sunnydale.
I'm really glad you're here. I don't think I would know a lot of Angel's backstory if not for you. I think it would just like wash over me.
Okay.
I would still love him, but you really like set it up for me where I understand it, and I
I'm
appreciate that.
glad.
Who won the fight, Angel or Angelus? I forget.
Felt like a draw,
The draw
but yeah,
makes sense.
I think
Well,
Angelus thought he'd do better than he did.
yeah, I would think so too. He doesn't have a soul, but we. Oh, Willow is like, I know how to get the soul back. We can just like do the thing or whatever.
We have to break the jar that it's in so that it's like back out in the ether, and then we can trap it in the orb of Thessala,
How did
which
she not
is
think about that in the first place?
well, it's a matter of destroying the jar. That's what they had to figure out.
Right. How did they do it? Just drop it?
I no no. Cordelia had it, remember? And Cordelia was like trying to do a counter spell to protect it, but
Right.
then Connor walked in and distracted her, and they were able to get it.
Oh, that you're right. And they broke it. It seemed all very quick to me. I was like, all right, whatever. And I didn't question it though. But so Willow's gonna go back home, but she's not going empty-handed. Who's she taking with her?
Faith, yeah, she
Very exciting.
picked herself up a Slayer.
Yeah, thanks for the Slayer, guys. That was
Yeah,
pretty cool.
and now we've got Faith for the rest of Buffy.
We've got all those potentials. We've got Buffy and we've got Faith. And we've got Anya and Willow, some magic wielders a little
Hmm.
bit. Does Anya still have magic? I don't know what Anya's deal is. I think she does.
No, I think she lost her powers.
Didn't she kill that the frat guys? Was
Yeah,
that with
but
magic?
after that was when D'Hoffryn came in and she like asked to have her powers be taken away,
Oh
and
no.
D'Hoffryn, I think she said for D'Hoffryn to kill her, and then he killed Halfric.
Oh, of course. Wow. And but remember he sent that goon after her,
Yeah, he's
right?
been
So he
doing that. There's like an assassin squad after Anya right now.
there's only a few episodes left, and that wasn't in this episode. So we'll see where it comes back. But yeah, Faith is going back. We and Willow says that she's like into Fred. Like, hey, what's Fred's deal?
That was earlier on. At
Oh,
the
why'd
end
I
of the
write that here?
episode, she says, she tells Fred, "I'm seeing somebody." I think it's like
Oh,
really early on in her relationship with Kennedy, and she was thinking like Fred's pretty exciting, but then like she got cold feet, like I don't want to fuck with that. Um,
is Fred
I
was Fred upset? I don't remember. Is Fred
no,
gay
she
too?
she just looked confused.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's
Uh, I think I really like the scene between Angel and Faith outside before she leaves, like when they're saying goodbye.
hmm
It's very sweet. I love their relationship. I love, and Angel's like, "Sorry, I didn't get to see you more." And I mean, because she was a different person.
it happens.
Yeah.
It's the cards he's been dealt. But then Cordelia comes downstairs and she's like showing her belly. Like, ooh, I got something cooking for you
She's
guys.
wearing this weird like goth maternity slut outfit. It's very weird. It's got like a collar and a bunch of hanging things. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen anybody wear.
You're right. I wasn't sure what they were drawing our attention to, actually. The costume was so crazy. Like
Yeah,
they showed her torso and I was like, whoa, that is a crazy costume. And then I was like, oh, are they showing us the belly? What are we supposed to be focusing on exactly?
I remember feeling that way the first time I watched it.
I should have toned it down on the costuming. Just show her tummy. But fun and she like
No,
I feel like she said something kind of scary.
oh,
I don't remember what.
she was just sort of like, Angel's giving a speech like, finally, like things can get together again, get back together, like to normal. And Cordelia comes down and is like, if this is the speech about how things are going to go back to normal, think again, or something like
Oh
that.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Why they should just kill her. Why is she acting like this? She's clearly like possessed by something.
Then why do you want them to kill her?
What's the alternative?
Depossess her, whatever's in there.
I know. You're right. Don't kill her, but they see they've gone too far. They like gone off the rails for I don't know. I mean not off the rails. Uh 3 stars,
For
4 stars. Wow. Where do you want to
I
rank it?
I find the Angel flashback material really compelling. I think
Yeah, I did
Faith.
after you explained it to me.
I think Faith is really good in this episode. I love seeing Willow interact with the cast, which we've never seen before. Um, yeah, I think this one's really good.
Okay.
So
I
I'll
put it
have
right above last week between salvage and release, 36.
salvage and release. Where do I have those?
You have release 28 between offspring and Fredless. And you have, what was the other one? Salvage
Salvage.
21 between tomorrow and habeas corpses.
Okay, so I'm gonna want this one like between those. What's under habeas corpses?
Calvary, guys will be guys, long day's journey,
All
quickening
right,
offspring, then
right
release.
there. Habeas corpses and Calvary.
All right. So it's your 23.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Orpheus. It's a cool name too. I'll
Well,
probably
yeah,
remember it as that drug that Faith took. I might remember that.
it's a Greek myth or something that's like a guy descending into hell to save his lady. And
Interesting.
so that's why, like, at one point, Wesley says this drug, like, takes you to hell.
Oh, Orpheus. So
That's
it's
the
a real
metaphor.
world thing.
Well, as real as Greek myths are, but yeah, I first
Pretty real.
read about it in like an issue of the Sandman by Neil
It's a
Gaiman
good question. Is that stuff
by the
real?
recently canceled Neil Gaiman. No, no, it's not.
I guess you're right. Why would I ask that question?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's the MVP and LVP? MVP's got to be Angel. He's playing Angel and Angelus. He fights himself. Probably him, right? Or
There's
Willow.
so many choices. Willow, I think Faith has a really good episode. In fact, I think I'm gonna go with Faith.
I think that's fair. It's between the three. I'm gonna go David Boreanaz. Thought about that
All
movie
right.
Valentine that he was in because there's a movie Hard Eyes that just came out.
Yeah, I saw it
Or
on
like
Rosflix.
Valentine. You
Mhm.
oh, okay. LVP.
Um, nah, it's either if I'm gonna go with a minor character, I'll go with that flapper girl from the 20s with the huge fan club.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't like Cordelia in this episode. She has like a couple of good moments with Willow when Willow goes in to visit her. I like,
With the knife.
have you heard about no, not that. I like what she says. Have you heard about Faith? And Willow goes, I know, coma again.
Mm.
That's fun.
I liked the
But
knife. The knife was cool.
all right. Yeah, I don't know. I think she's weird in this one.
I think that's a good
So
call actually.
okay.
But I'll go Nate Dushku. That's just weird.
He's fine.
Why is
It's
that?
not like you noticed it was her brother.
I know. Did he do anything else?
Yeah, I think he's done some acting.
Okay. Whatever. Fair enough. I'll agree. Cordelia. Fine.
Okay.